So the number one thing that I want to be in this life, more than anything, is impeccable with my word. There was a book I read when I took yoga teacher training, twice actually, by Don Miguel Ruiz. It was called The Four Agreements. And one of those four agreements was being impeccable with your word. And throughout these years, my word hasn't meant much. Like, I've promised myself a lot of things. I've gone back on things. Like, every time I feel like I say something out of my mouth and it doesn't get done, and I just disregard it, my self-esteem drops. And the next time I make a promise, my subconscious already knows I'm not going to follow through. So it just disregards it. Like, my word doesn't mean anything. And as a man, or as just a person, you want to be a person of your word. If you say something, you follow through, no matter what. You're going to have something extraordinary happen for you not to follow through. And what have I promised myself? I've promised myself I would not go back on. I promised myself I'd be celibate for life, because I do feel this calling. The call of the wild. I promised myself that I would get in the best shape of my life, and that includes the best health of my life. Does me eating takeout every now and then, having chips, go against that word? Yes, it does. And I don't want to live a balanced lifestyle. I've said that, but yet my lifestyle is kind of balanced. I'm doing the bare minimum. Also, shout out to myself for hitting over 30 days of being consistent with my miles, my push-ups and pull-ups, and starting to see those gains from all the pull-ups, as well as the calluses. See the calluses? But that's without further ado. But yeah, I've promised a lot, from the amount of money I want to make this year to the amount of weight I want to gain, the races I want to compete in. Not compete, but finish. This year is all about finishing insane distances and just building a foundation for future years. So, and I also promised myself I would document this entire year of NoFap. Even though I've been kind of tired of the topic and wanting to move on, my word is my bond, right? From the beginning, I said I would document every single day of this journey of celibacy, staying off of porn, NoFap, celibacy, trying to just stay away from lust. Hold up, let me read some comments. Of course, shout out to you all that just support me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to JB So Smooth, also Ace, haven't seen him in a while. Haven't really been active in much groups. Johan, Ian. Yeah, I'll definitely move on from NoFap, but just let me get these days done. How many more days I got? 90 something. We can do it. I think March might be my last month. We'll see. Anyway, shout out to JB So Smooth. Winterberry 99 says, how are you not looking for sexual opportunities while messaging these women? You're not being honest with yourself. That's true. I mean, the women I'm messaging and getting opportunities from are to hook up and release, and yeah. Although there are a few that I'm just, actually no, I'm not really talking just to talk. There's very few females that I'm just friends with without even thinking of sex and stuff. So, but it's there. You don't have to every female I interact with doesn't have to be all about sex, all about lust, all about looking at like body parts. Like I can see a female and talk to her as a person without even thinking about that stuff. Anyways, this guy says, shout out to the Bitteroo Stranger. It's always about the choice, especially at the point in time when the brain fog is cleared so much and the distractions aren't muddying everything. And the choice isn't do I or don't I, it's what's more simple. It's what's more important to me. I don't think that's necessarily easier. Does it help? But it does help shore up the resolve in the tougher moments. If I had to guess, then I'd say the power of your will is fatiguing right now. It's not about curiosity growing per se. It's more about the curiosity is finding a weakening spot in your resolve. I can see that. I'd recommend hanging out with another guy or group of guys who has the same resolve and commitment. And I mean, physically spending time with them, nothing strengthens resolve and willpower like like-minded guys. Nah, I like my solitude. I do. Oh well, Joel mentioned something about the reason people get on NoFap is because or want to be celibate because they don't have social skills and like dating skills. And I'll mention that in another video because this video's gone on. But I completely disagree. Maybe some people do, but not me. Like I have social skills and like I can like the whole red pill and dating community and pickup community. I'll do a topic on that if I forget to remind me. But I'll talk about my thoughts on that. Shout out to Courtney Rose. Haven't seen him in a while. Still here. Kind of lost faith in people on YouTube regarding NoFap. It's hard to really know how authentic people are, and I refuse to support deception. Not saying you are lying, I just don't know. I'm still going hard, and I hope you remain free as well. But looking forward to you leaving it behind the NoFap videos. Then I'll be more willing to invest time into watching your videos. Not that you care, I just don't like the fact that some people on here actually be lying about them practicing self-control. As mentioned, I'm not accusing you, just saying. But anyway, hello Fitz. Hope all is well. Just stopping by. A video title caught my attention. Hey, appreciate it, man. I understand. Completely understand. Like I'm getting tired of making these videos, but like I said in the beginning of this video, I made a commitment to going the whole year and documenting the whole year. And I have missed a few days actually. But once it's done, it's out there. Like if anyone wants to see a day 1 to 365 days with a few missed days, then it's there. So, and I'm always going to love the practice of NoFap. I'm always going to love the practice of celibacy, of semen retention, of transmuting that sexual energy, that practice. But to document it every day is pretty tiring. Because there's really not much to talk about. Anyways, but there's been a lot of just change in my life from the practice, believe it or not. Shout out to Pie Expert. You have done so with NoFap. Try your best to 365 days out. Hey, I'm trying, man. It's not easy. Shout out to Ian. I think we can tell from the views on this video, people are ready for you to move on. I'm ready to move on. But I promised 365 days. My nose is getting a little itchy. Shout out to Heidi Noble. I hope you make it maybe one day, meet someone who will build something special with, and it's not self-serving, meaningless sex. I know you said you didn't see it happening, but if you're finding opportunities for hookups, I'm sure you'll find someone who's worth all that and more. Otherwise, it's just cheap sex, in my opinion. Not worth losing your streak over. You've come so far. This may be life testing you. Stay strong. Thank you. Then she said, no, ever if you feel different, meet that special lady. If not, that's totally good. Are you aiming for a life of celibacy or just 1 year challenge? I know you said the NoFap thing is your lifestyle choice. For me, of course I don't know the future, right? But I mean, shout out to Mike V. I'm just making this challenge harder than it is, but I do feel a calling to the monastic, monk-like lifestyle. I don't see myself having a family, having children, or even being in a relationship, which sounds lonely, right? But I feel just a calling of growth, like spiritual growth, like joining eventually, who knows, joining a monastery, a monk, like a Buddhist monastery in the future. Growth of just, of course, finance growth and learning, a growth of just learning and books and just growth, man. Like, I don't know what the future holds, but depending on what the actions I take in this present moment will determine my future too. So I got that in. Anyways, that's going off point, but yeah. And there are not too many men that feel called to be celibate and dedicate their lives to that lifestyle, because it's not easy to, like, it's a natural instinct to want to procreate, right? And a lot of people, they're what am I trying to say? That urge to procreate, they're having sex, but they're not wanting to procreate. They're just, it's like, I don't know, this is just my opinion, but the pleasures of the world don't excite me. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. All right, last one. Shout out to Mike V. He says, I've known you online since you were a virgin and you were doing fat-free streaks. Even then, I think you've said that you've been trying since age 17 or 18, which was 12 to 13 years ago. Now you're on a very long all-time personal record of semen retention. You've already invested 9 months of celibacy, something you've chosen as your path in life. Don't mess up all that progress for some friction and a few spasms with a pickup that you don't even know or care about. You'll never get a better opportunity than now to attain what you've long wanted. True. Very true. I'm making this journey a lot harder than it is. I am. And I know a lot of people who watch my videos agree with my path or like feel it's a little too extreme. The main thing that people should get from this journey is to get rid of porn and online pixels. And of course, connect more with people in real life and develop relationships that way. And eventually, like, if you so choose to have a calling, to have a family, to have a wife, hey, be that person and you'll attract that person into your life. I feel like if I wanted a wife and kids, I wouldn't be actively searching. I'd be building myself up. And I feel like as you're doing, it's kind of like the law of attraction. As you're working on yourself, as you're putting the energy into yourself, you attract the right people, the right circumstances, the right events, and like just lucky things seem to happen. Unexplainable things seem to happen, and you end up attracting the right people into your lives. But that's a rant. Shout out to Good Batches. He said, not a good idea, brother. That's true. Shout out to Mike V for the inhalation on the bicep curl thing. And yeah, I wasn't thinking. I don't know. Anyways, thanks. KDF, haven't seen him in a while. My goal is to beat my personal, like the heaviest I've been, which is 160. And I'm 5'9". Many people think I'm a midget. 5'9" is average. It's not too tall, not like short. But, oh, shout out to the hater, Backwoods Master. I was going to make a video specifically for these haters, but Hey, you get the end of this video. Backwoods Master says, you look like everything wrong with male self-help. YouTube. With male self-help YouTube. Lil Goggins fanboy. Hey, that's not it though. He's got more. Let me find it. Maybe he deleted it. Definitely thought there was more. I know I saved it somewhere, so I might have to look that. Oh, there he is. Whew, 3 comments in a row on one video. Hey, anyways, he says, I think I figured it out. You said you lack sexual experience. It's clear that this NoFap obsession is rooted in a fear of rejection, a fear of trying to be worth it to a beautiful woman. And porn makes you feel bad because you're watching something you can't have, because you're a scared little boy. I'm not scared of rejection. I'm not scared of talking to women. I'm not scared of members of the opposite sex. I can talk to them. I listen to them. I have people who are members of the opposite sex, aka women, females, girls, whatever you want to call them, tell me about, like, they feel comfortable enough to tell me some deep, dark stuff that they don't really tell other people. And I've had that happen throughout the years of past relationships and traumas and just some messed up stuff that's happened in their past, and they just felt like they could open up to me about stuff. Anyways, this guy also said, anyone thinking about looking up to this confused boy, newsflash, humans are happier when they experience love. Look into dementia rates, depression rates of old married versus single adults. As men, we were built to fuck women. As literally proven, NoFap leads to higher prostate cancer risk. That's a messed up myth right there. Aside from health, it's just sad. Do you want to be like the mid-30s guy counting the days he hasn't touched his PP, talking into a camera alone in his house? Picture of him and Goggins. He probably snapped at a book signing like a little fanboy. No, come on now. Be like the calm man who knows who he is. Work hard. Provide for a wife and kids. Ain't on social media wasting his life for likes. Calm on, young man. Don't shy away from life. There's one more. This guy just doesn't have a life, and he just feels the need to post stuff. NoFap is literally a neurosis. Freud. How do you pronounce his name? Freud. Freud. Would study this weird little community. The whole movement is some kind of Simone Biles level of mental gymnastics to cope with the fact you can't get good puss. Touch your little pee, or don't. Still gonna be the person you don't want to be. And I'll end with that. I'll end with those comments right there. This was a long one, so if you made it, comment success, because we're all gonna make it. We're gonna be successful in our own ways, whatever that means to us. And peace.